The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by this podcast and its hosts are for entertainment purposes only. For those who might be new to the Brice and Wendell brand, our podcasts are not serious. It's all jokes. We create opinions to create entertainment for you all. Are silly, relax, and enjoy the show.
It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge breakdown. CBS reality, royalty to be crowned. Survivor, Love Island, Amazing Race, and Big Brother. Survivor, Love Island, Amazing Race, and Big Brother. It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge breakdown. It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge breakdown. It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge breakdown.
Welcome to the challenge breakdown. I'm your boy Wendell Holland, alongside the one and only Mr. Purple, Mr. Indigo himself, Brice Isaiah. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the Wendell Holland YouTube channel, or you can listen to this challenge breakdown wherever you stream your podcasts on the Purple Pants Podcast Network, iTunes, Spotify, what else? Anywhere. How we doing, Brice?
I'm great.
Yeah, was that a good episode for you? Oh gosh.
I feel like, sometimes in life, you be like, God, send me a sign. You might be down on your luck. You might not know which way to go. And you ask God to send you a sign. And you turn on the challenge. And I felt like the Lord speaking to me. I felt like Burke, Shirk, and Murky. I feel like they are gay men. I felt like this. If I've never been a challenge fan before a day in my life.
Did you like this episode?
This episode right here.
Oh my gosh. It wasn't even that good, right?
Oh, you're right. It wasn't even that good. It was amazing. And before we even start the podcast off, the challenge breakdown is catching some heat this week, okay? Our phones were ringing. Well, specifically my phone was ringing, okay?
One of our phones was ringing. One
of our phones were ringing. Some people felt some type of way about our commentary. And listen, like our disclaimer that started the podcast off, all love, right? And if, you haven't heard the a million amazing things that we have said, sorry about that. And I'm sorry if you disagree with maybe one or two things that we said. But again, Wendell is a reality star. I am a former reality star. I know what it's like to be criticized, and that's never the intent of the podcast. And so, if anybody felt any type of way, that wasn't the intent. But like I always say, when people hit me up saying something, I always say, have you listened to the podcast? Have you listened to the other podcast? Because I do make fun and clown people, but I also give people their flowers, and it's never intentionally to hurt anybody's feelings. So, I just wanted to start that off before we get into
the meat
we forget the potatoes, just the meat.
Whoa. Brice, I find it interesting that it was just your phone that was blowing up.
I find it interesting as well, but regardless, I answer. And
everybody got my number.
So, yeah, but it's all love, honestly. We are in this reality TV family, and we are not one of those podcasts that sit here and bash people, right? That's not our brand. That's not who we are as people. And, we do have hot takes. Yes, that is. But, we are watching a show, and if we have a hot take that week or that episode, we have a hot take. But again, it's no shade. And it's I uplift and show love to everybody. So I just, want to put that out there before we get into this week's episode.
And my hot take still stands.
Oh. Well, let's get into the episode.
Well, we have your boy Chris coming back from beating Wes
Mhm,
in a quite the challenge. And he says his new targets are Tyler and Fessy.
mhm.
And he feels like it's like Chris versus the world now because again, they've been throwing him in, they keep targeting him. Bryce, I know you guys aren't particularly friends or friendly,
You're
you
right.
and
We're
Chris.
not friends. We are lovers. We are in a polygamous relationship. Okay. I have a sister wife named Kate Underwood. So be clear about the things that you say.
Probably not. Um, but yeah, so that what do you think of this position that Chris is in? That's probably not an easy position to feel like your back is against the wall and everyone will continue to come at you and for you.
Not an easy position to be, but I feel like it is a position that maybe I will want to be in, right? Because it's like, you know what? If I'm going to win, I want to win. If I'm going to lose, I want to lose with my back up against the wall and I'm fighting my way to the end. And so I feel like however Chris fares in this, he has had his back against this wall, and no one can say that he has not been fighting. He has not been like throw them bows, 40-inch rim, 6 ounce, throw them bows. Chris Underwood throwing that wood, I'm in that
Whoa,
wood,
whoa,
throw
whoa,
them bows.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Bryce, I think you're right, man. Like, I have so much respect for. I had to text him after this episode, like, you're a beast, brother. He's been a friend for a long time, but watching him this season, he's proven himself. My goodness. So, and for you to have your back against the wall, it's easy for somebody to fold. It's easy for someone to, especially being thrown in multiple times. It's easy for you to just like get in your head. And it seems like Chris is really good at just locking in and understanding the task that is right in front of him.
And the same can be said for Cassidy, right? Like after we hear from Chris, we hear from Cassidy, like she's tired of her name getting thrown in. However, she feels like she has locked into the Zen space and it's like, I gotta do what I got to do. So it's like I I receive it and I like respect both of them.
Yes, Team Cassie. Now, here's my question to you, Bryce. As I put some lotion on my legs because I'm a little ashy. Here's my question to you. How do you feel about the strategy of continuing to throw the same people in?
I mean, but here's the thing. Uh
Game wise.
so here is the thing. This has been this is not a new strategy, right? Like this is not a new strategy. If anybody watches the challenge, y'all know this is what they do. And what I find interesting about this is this is how we got here, right? Like because of the alliances and because of who's safe. I understand the reasoning as to why they are throwing Chris in. I kind of sort of get the reason why they're throwing Cassidy in. I don't love it. However, I'm not gonna lie. If I was up in there and keep my name from coming up, then yeah, like I don't like the strategy, but we see this time and time again. We've seen this with Michelle and Jay's first time on the challenge. Like they like, I mean, and that's how we got our affinity for Jay because Jay was throwing them bows.
BTT.
So
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes it it's annoying, but it's the name of the game, and especially when the game is the challenge.
for sure, for sure. And then quickly we get right into what could
What?
be
No, that's not. We also had Chris. I mean, we
Corey.
also had Corey. He called home. I was watching the other baby, so you weren't able to see me, but I was there. And again, I feel like we haven't seen a lot of Corey. But again, we get to see this emotional side of Corey. Like I'm out here fighting for Brice. I'm out here fighting for my girl. I'm out here fighting for my babies. If I win, I'm buying Brice a house. And so it's like, we don't really get to see this vulnerable Corey. And so I loved it.
So, first of all, you said we didn't get to see much of Corey. I think about 50% of the challenge breakdown has been images of Corey for
I
no
mean,
reason.
because it's justice for
Even,
Corey.
even though he wasn't in the episode, you would put him in our breakdowns.
I'm 10 toes down for who I'm loyal for. So listen, and
We
if you
we can accomplish. Go ahead.
if you look like a Corey,
Oh my gosh.
then I'm all the way down.
Okay. We got a I think we got a conversation with Corey, Desi, Michaela, Chanel, Um, or Corey saying that he wanted to like these strong women into the final, something like that.
Yeah, which is something that I feel like Michaela was saying episode 3. Is like, or it might have even been Chanel. Chanel, when they were at that big thing, when Chanel was like, I'm confused. Who do you want to run the final with? You want to run the final with Michaela or Amanda? Like, and so it's like Corey has now seen the light that it's like, okay, it's getting to the end. And now not only you get to this tricky part of it, right? Because now it's like, now you have to keep your alliances happy, but at the same time, it's like you have to think about your individual game, and your individual game is going to have a female partner, and you want a strong one.
True, very true.
You don't want to like see, like, you don't want that situation with Desi and Enzo to happen again, right? And so it's like, now it's like we need to think about it.
So who's not strong? Let me get a challenge called Slippery Business. And Brice, this could be the challenge that you've been waiting your whole life to watch.
Before we get there, we got TJ, very much TJ in a little button-up shirt. I actually thought the pattern on this shirt was dope, but for me, it could have been a little bit smaller. But we definitely got a classic TJ.
Yes. Yes. Slippery Business. This is essentially a ball where you are covered in oil and you have to, it's just everyone in a ring and you push people out in the last minute. Brice, if you don't put your Vaseline down, you're an idiot. You have to push people out of this circle. The last man standing wins.
But what do you have to do before you get into the circle?
What are you about to? You have to cover yourself in oil. What are you doing, Brice? You have to take off your. What are you doing? Brice is taking clothes off right now, ladies and gentlemen. If he Brice has a bucket called it says Corey oil on it. For those of you listening, I don't know what he's about to do, but I am petrified. Brice, don't do it.
Because I just feel like this is a challenge not only that I know I will be good at, this
God.
is a challenge that I have to participate in. Okay, I have to.
Brice,
I have to participate in this challenge. Okay, I want to.
No.
I have to participate. Oh, I am participating in this challenge.
You are ridiculous.
Okay, I want all parts, all hands on deck. In this challenge, I want in. Okay. I want in.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where to even go anymore.
Oh,
Brice is covered
Jesus.
in Corey oil right now.
Okay. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Brice, you let me know when we can continue. Go ahead and
listen.
look through your photos.
Okay.
Oh my
God. I just gotta get all the way in.
Oh
I
my
gotta
goodness.
get all the way
How
in.
dripping.
Okay, hold on, wait.
So
We gotta see all the way. We gotta see them all. We gotta see them all. Oh, not Underwood. Not
okay.
the Underwood.
Brice,
Okay, let me join ya. Let me join ya. Okay, y'all better get you some of this Corey oil. Okay,
Brice,
I'm
you
sorry.
found photos that weren't even in the show.
Listen, I was here for it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, enough.
Oh my God. Is that Fessel over? Oh, look at Fessel. Look at Chris. Half his back ain't even covered. You need some help? Do you need some? Oh, okay. He got some help. Josh is helping him. Okay. Josh is helping out the team. Oh, okay. Okay.
This is
That's
terrible.
the field. That is the field. Yeah.
How do you put your face? Never mind. So for those that are not watching on YouTube, you are missing quite the show. Brice has photoshopped his face onto the mat, and all of these oil up gentlemen are standing around Brice.
Oh my God. Describe that again, please.
That is all I got. And then we get this battle.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts on the battle?
Oh, The battle royale. Oh, touch me, squeeze me, hug me, rub me, baby, do what you gotta do. I said, touch me, squeeze me, rub me, touch me, do what you gotta do. I want you to touch me. I want you to rub me. I want you to
Oh
squeeze me. I want to
no.
slip and slide on the Chris. I
Oh
want to
no.
slip and slide on the Corey.
He
I
doesn't
want to
want
slip and slide. I want to slip and
he
slide. I
doesn't
want
want
to touch me, squeeze me, ooh me. Ooh, okay,
no.
listen,
Okay.
baby.
Bryce.
Woo,
Bryce.
woo.
Bryce. Now they jumped Chris
Uh,
off the jump. How do you feel about that?
jump me. Jump me. That's how I feel about it. Uh didn't necessarily like it, but we got a confessional from Corey saying, like, listen, it's all hands on deck. Everybody's going after Chris. And like, here's the thing. I, I hate it,
But it's
but
strategy.
I love to watch it.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like Chris was a little squirrely. Chris was he was moving and dooving. I was like, Chris was throwing them bows.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't an
Chris
easy
was
target.
he
It
was
took
holding his own.
it took all 5 of them, okay? I don't know what Josh was doing. Josh pushing Fessy. Fessy pushing them. First of all, Fessy had a shady strategy, right? Like, first of all, I love the fact that Fessy didn't get his hands wet or hands sticky, right? But I loved how, like, he during the Chris battle, he would just push everybody to the side, right? Like Chris pushing everybody to the side is like, listen, well, one of y'all gotta go. Uh and then after Chris was out and it came to the individual challenges, like Fessy became the referee. I'm like, how is Fessy the referee?
He's like,
Uh
yo,
yeah, y'all gotta fight. Y'all gotta fight. Okay. Josh was doing his big one this episode. But again, Fessy I loved kind of sort of Fessy in this, as to like commanding that attention, right? Because, like, first of all, like, who are you in this? Like, you in this too, but it's something about if you just kind of, all right, it's y'all, and y'all gotta go. Like, you know what I mean? Almost making it like a little sporty thing. I think that they feel like, oh, I gotta do it now because he called me out. But I just thought that that was like such a smart move on Fessy. But baby, we got the battle royal. I mean, the battle of, I mean, do I have any more oil left?
no, you don't.
Because we have the battle royale coming up. We have Big Boy.
Oh gosh.
Okay, we had Big Boy,
Okay.
Corey. And then we have, and look what it happens to be. We're recording on October 1st, and Fessy is in the Brice Isaiah 2023 Zaddy calendar. He is Mr. October, and he is showing out. Okay, he's coming back for his big one. The Brice Isaiah Zaddy calendar is all over this Challenge USA. Shout out to you. And if you don't have one, you better get your one. We got the 2023 still available and the 2024. But this is Fessy's month. So Fessel is out here, and I don't want to do it. I didn't want to watch it, but I did want to watch it. Okay. I didn't want to watch it, but I did want to watch it. And it was, Corey said he was a wrestler, right? And wrestle me. It's not it look like I got spit, like I'm drooling. um, and so
Yeah, that's right.
this was interesting because it was a battle royale. And I mean, oh, okay. If if Thomas the Train was a person, you could call me Thomas. If you need a locomotive, okay, a chugga, chugga, chugga,
No,
chugga,
no,
choo, choo.
no,
Uh, this was a battle royale. They were going. I mean, oh Jesus! If
Bryce.
this could be a scratch and sniff moment, okay, I would just want to know what the grass
I
around
just
smell
threw
like.
up in my mouth. Bryce,
Oh, listen, no, 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 no. But, hold on. Let's get back to here real quick. I mean, listen.
what happened?
However, I know people,
Uh-uh.
and I got this package today in the mail. What does it say?
To Bryce, love Corey. I don't think that
I
is Corey's
I
handwriting.
I don't know what out. Okay, for y'all listening, I'm opening the podcast. I don't know what is in here, but we're gonna find out
Opening
today.
the package.
Oh my
We opened some drawers.
God! Oh,
Bryce got some drawers.
oh,
They're on his head right now. Bryce is wearing
okay.
some
Oh,
black drawers on
they
his head.
smell musty and amazing.
Where is my whistle when I need it? Bryce,
Okay, y'all see it here first.
no. Bryce, put the drawers away.
Okay. And again, okay, so if y'all think I'm lying, y'all can see. You can see. Shout out to Corey. Okay. Shout out to my man. Thank you to my man. And Fessel and Corey are going at it. They are, I mean, oh. If I could be, I'm the grass. I'm the grass, baby. Whew. Okay, listen, I'm Johnny Bananas. I'm Peaches right now. Okay. Front row. I mean, it was like a gladiator. It was like, oh my God, I just didn't know what to think. So much going on. Fessy flipping Corey, Corey flipping Fessy, Corey flipping me.
We have a podcast to record, Bryce.
Okay. Felt like I was, my Eiffel Tower dreams could possibly come true. It was just so much going on in the episode.
No.
But listen, my man did his big one. And he finally pulled one out. Okay? My man did his big one. And I just gotta show my support for her.
What are you drawing on your face?
I'm trying to draw a C on my face, but it's not.
It looks like a backwards S. Okay, Bryce is probably drawing Corey on his face, but the person that usually does face paint for Bryce his name is Wendell Holland. And Bryce, yes, Corey pulled this one out and he beat Fessel at a wrestling challenge. And that is that's impressive, straight up, especially because Fess was kind of standing back the whole time and calling the shots and pointing who needs to wrestle who. So he had a break and Corey was doing the dirty work. And then Corey was able to get it done. And now Bryce has a C on his face.
It's a celebration, okay? We are celebrating Corey. Give me a C. C, you got your C, you got your C. Give me a O. O, you got your O, you got your O. Give me a R. R, you got your R, you got your R. Give me a E. E, you got your E, you got your E. Give me a Y. Y, you got your Y, you got your Y. That's Corey, my man. Corey, my man. No, Corey, my man. No, Corey, my man. No, go. Action. Action for the E. So we can do it, baby. Action. Action for the E. So we can do it, baby. I need some Corey. Send the saddest Corey. Okay. Shout out to Corey for his big one. Tell me which other podcasters tattooing C on their face.
Okay.
He don't even follow me yet, but it's all right. It's all right. I got his draws. Okay. I got the Corey oil. Okay.
Bryce, there was actually a woman's component to this challenge as well. Okay. Jeez Louise. Corey, great job, brother. You did it. You earned that one. Well earned.
You definitely did your big one, and we shout you out.
Bryce, get that off the screen. Respect. Time for the women's heat. Where's my oil? Woo! I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, we have the women's heat. They gang up on Tori early. Get her out of there.
I was cracking up because I don't know if it was Josh or somebody was like, they're ganging up on Tori. Excuse me.
Lest we forget.
Y'all all just ganged up on Chris. I don't know who said it. It could have been Josh, it could have been not, but Josh is like, they're ganging up on Tori. I mean, yeah, they getting y'all back for going for Underwood.
Mhm.
That now, although I enjoyed all of the Corey brawl, the Corey roll, uh, the ladies were getting active.
They were active.
If active was a person, it was them. And it was Michaela, it was Chanel. I was dying at, like, again, I felt like Michaela was the Fessy in this one because she was watching people. Then all of a sudden, she just taking a shot. She pushing Desi out. She taking a shot at Chanel. Desi, like, Michaela, like, anybody could get it.
Yeah.
Anybody can get it. And I mean, ultimately, it's like, yes, we are in an alliance, but I was really rocking with Michaela when Michaela was like, well, listen, I need immunity. I need safety. Uh, and so the girls dwindled down. There's a lot going on. Michelle was scrapping.
Yeah.
I felt like Michelle was real squirrely. Then Chanel was like, Cassidy was talking that talk, and I might have to come for her. And I mean, they were going at it. And again, it's like Chanel is like has a little bit more weight on a lot of these girls. And so it's like, I'm like, oh, Nelly about to get him in. But like I have to say, like, all of the women out here, like I was like, no one really got like, no one really got
Yeah.
everybody was scrapping.
Yeah.
Like they were scrapping.
Yeah. That was a good challenge. Yep.
And
And then
then
it comes down to these two.
Then it comes down to them two. Now, I don't know if Michaela and Chanel, before they went out, if they took Sifu's martial arts class from Survivor 35, because they were doing a whole lot of this. But ultimately, Michaela pulled it out and won. But Chanel definitely put up a good fight. And I know Nelly was getting serious because at one point in time, I saw like Chanel wig come up, and Chanel's wigs had been laid down this season. And so I know Chanel was rumbling if that wig came back a little bit. But I didn't know whose game it was, because it was at one point in time when she, like, Michaela was on top of her and Chanel had her in her, like, between her thighs, and she did the like, and everybody's face was like,
Where's the photo of that, Brice?
I was too busy getting Corey photos. So
Yeah, you spent a whole lot of time on the first half of this challenge.
it don't
And,
matter.
and it appears as though we've had 2 photos of this. You've had 473 photos of the first half of the challenge. 472 of them were of Corey.
He did
That's
his big one.
That's interesting. He did a big one. That's interesting. Okay. Well, shout out to Michaela for getting the job done.
Shout out to Michaela and Corey for taking that home. And it is interesting because people waste no time. And I really started to think, right? Like, and again, I'm like, could Michaela be the Emily of this season, right? Because I just feel like Michaela in her mind, again, has been this,
Emily.
Emily from Survivor, right?
Emily from 45?
Yes, like I feel like there are similarities to Emily and Michaela,
Yeah.
because listen, Michaela has been Survivor strong, even when it's like, sis, we don't even gotta be that Survivor strong. And I feel like the people are playing it safe, right? Like we think we got a confessional from Chanel, where Chanel was like, I think that Michaela is playing great and she's playing strategic, but sometimes in the challenge, like, Survivor strategy doesn't always equate to the challenge strategy. And it's like, we know Michaela personally, and it's like, Michaela is like, why are we waiting for Chance to see Tori? Like, I get, now, mind you, I'm saying this from the comfort of my podcast studio, but I get the logic in which Michaela is coming from. Like, why wait, right? Let's put her up. She knows she up, and like, ultimately. But
Right.
I hear Chanel and Desi though. But go ahead, because Chanel and Desi, like, they mostly go put us up.
Michaela wants to win so she can nominate Tori, so she isn't on the block when Tori's up there. It's happened now a couple times, and I think Desi and them are on to that, because it's like, look, okay, every time you're perfectly safe, now you want to nominate Tori. Like, let's be real. Michaela would have a good shot at sending Tori home. Desi would have a good shot, but like, You only do that when you're safe. Come on.
Win a comp then.
I mean, that's real, but it's like you're sacrificing your girls
But
every time you win.
so and okay, I could see it that way, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing it Michaela's way in the sense that like I understood her logic, right? But by far, when it's time to get to the deliberations, this probably was the best deliberation since like the second deliberation when Peaches deliberated to the tribe.
When he deliberated
Uh
to the tribe.
yes, that's what he did. And so Michaela automatically says, I want Tori, that's what I want. And Corey is like, that's not an option for me. And then Michaela's like, you're making me mad. You're not understanding. And my man, and I'm like, not too much on my man. And Corey like, so you're mad because I'm not agreeing with you? Michaela's like, no, I'm not mad. You're not agreeing with me. I'm just mad that your logic to you not agreeing with me doesn't align with what I want to align with. And I feel like Corey went in there like relatively smart. And I felt like it was going to be Chris, but he kind of like, then he's saying, well, potentially it could be Cassidy, potentially it could be Michelle. And I also liked Michaela in this scene because he was like, well, put Tori on there too. Michaela was like, stop playing in my face. Like, you're not like, that's not an option for you. So let's not even put that out there. But I definitely thought that this was like the most like heated deliberation that we see. Shout out to my man.
Yeah. And
ultimately they went with Cassidy and they went with Tyler.
yes.
And that clearly sent shockwaves throughout the house. Corey was again telling us what he thought, and he wants to keep the vets. But we also know this is the scene where we kind of sort of get Corey talking about, I want the women strong. I don't
Yeah.
want to run to the final with somebody that I don't really want to be with. And so I thought that was interesting. uh Tyler sees it, and he wants the underdog story.
Mm-hmm. We also, Brice, we get a party night. We have some letting loose of sorts. We have Cassie is trying to loosen up a little bit. So she, I think, lays one on Miss Michelle Fitzgerald. And I think I saw Tori giving her a lap dance or something like that.
If I was in the house, how you think I would have gotten crazy?
I think you wouldn't be in the house still.
And while the party is partying,
Josh,
I'ma start my Ish Martinez is out here deliberating. And again, for y'all that want to tell people what we say, tell him this. I love the fact that Josh, in my opinion, is the perfect challenge player in the sense that like he brings the big brother aspect to it because he's always deliberating. He's always making a move. He's always making a play. And like while people are out here partying, he pull them to the side and is like, I hate to do it, but I think we need to put our numbers on Chris, because how the women feel about Tori, I feel like the men are feeling about Chris because they keep seeing him time again and again and again, and he's just a competitor that they don't want. And it's kind of like a boys club, right? Where I really feel like they're like, I'd rather it be somebody that I know, a vet, take this money home than an outsider like Chris. So it's like, although I don't agree with Chris targeting my man, I ain't mad at this gameplay of him being like, listen, I hate to do it, I love Chris, but let's make it a men's day and let's throw him in there. What are your thoughts on Josh doing this?
I think Josh is so connected in the house, and so it's easy for him to pull the fellas together and make a play on an outsider. You're the most connected person in the house. Yeah.
And then we get Michaela and Cassidy.
Cassidy asks if they can make it not a girls' night, and Michaela's like, too many people are protected. Wait, Yeah, that how it went?
Well, right. Well, she was saying that there are people that the men are protecting, there are people that the women are protecting. We don't fall within that line.
Yeah.
And although I'm protected tonight, and I think that again, Michaela, you should know this by now, right? Like Michaela she's a strong woman. She's going to go with what she believes in, and she really believed like she didn't really want to put Cassidy's name down there. Like, that was Corey. But again, like Michaela is like, I want it to be an elimination. I was Michaela fighting for a men's elimination, or no, Michaela wanted a woman elimination. And again, Michaela is still saying this like Tory thing. And I think Cassidy said something here that I think is what made me think of the fact that I think like Michaela is maybe like she has like an Emily personality where what Michaela was explaining and what she's always been explaining has made logical sense. It's very like methodical. It's very strategic. And so I think at that moment, Cassidy was like, yeah, but you're lacking emotion to it, right? Like you're not looking at it like I'm one of your survivor girls. And so I think that was hard for Michaela to like process because Michaela is like, well, girl, I understand that, but I'm also watching out for my game. And it's like, how have you protected me, Cassidy? Right? Like, I think Michaela is just so much that it's a game, you're a number, and this is the way the cookie kind of sort of is crumbled. And I think like Cassidy is like, but sis, throw me a oop. The least that you could do. But Michaela is like, the percentages of the outcome of the algorithm are equaling this, and this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm not mad at either of them. Like, I understand what Michaela doing, right? Could it be her detriment? Or could this be Michaela getting ready to win her first? Like, I don't know.
I
But
still
again,
don't understand the Emily analogy.
I'm just saying that like Emily says what she wants. She's very analytical. She very like identifies different things and puts it out there. I feel like Michaela is like, this is how it's going to go. These are like the alliances. These are the people that protect it. This is what best suits us. So
Okay.
that's what I mean. It's like where Michaela is like, she has it in her mind as to like how she wants to move, and she doesn't have a problem vocalizing that to anybody.
Understood. Okay. So I think we have Michelle talking to Desi, Michaela, Chanel, saying something like they're gonna vote. They're all gonna vote for Tory.
Child, first of all, if this look that Desi is giving Michelle is a
Mm,
prelude, now again, I'm mad at Shelly, right? Okay, y'all can go screenshot this and put this on the Twitter too. I'm mad at Shelly. Now, mind you, is Shelly being a little shady? Sure. But she is a great challenge player. Like, I feel like some of the great players, right? You have to make a decision, right? You gotta play both sides until you can't play both sides. And I don't care what nobody say. I think Shelly is doing a great job at this with working with Tori and the guys and having this conversation. The fact that the women feel comfortable enough to bring Michelle in, it gives her a leg up to say, you know what, I know what your plan is. And now I know what best way not to go with it. Now, do I agree with what Shelly is doing? No, because I'm like Michaela. I'm survivor strong. However, if I'm in Michelle's position, I'm dipping and diving as well to get me to the final.
Brice, what was my hot take last week?
You said that Michelle and Josh were the same player.
What did Josh just do 5 minutes ago?
What did who?
Josh just do 5 minutes
He
ago.
just politics. Yeah, but so here's the thing, like, and when people screenshotted that clip, like that they are great players. They are manipulating. They playing the game. Like that's what we meant by where Wendell meant by that. Well, that's what I
I'm
interpreted.
just saying
Like
their games are so similar. Josh just pulled the fellas together and made a plan. Michelle is making a plan with the women. Last week, Josh had a plan and he was blah 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 with Wes. And what'd he do? Didn't go along with that. He threw Wes in. Michelle making this plan with these women right now, and what's she about to do? She ain't writing Tori's name down.
but the fact that they trust, like that's great gameplay. They are great players.
Politically, strategically, who's better than them at that in the house?
That there's a win. There's a reason why Josh Martinez is a winner of Big Brother. There's a reason why Michelle Fitzgerald is a winner of Survivor. Like like I love having them play on the challenge. It makes it interesting. It gives the oomph that I want. So
When you have players that are so strong physically at certain things, cool. These players are so strong politically at certain things, socially
mhm.
like that's their superpower.
So yeah. Uh love it because it only makes it that much more juicier. And then we get to the secret vote. I'm like, I don't know which way it's going to go because I'm like confused because it's like the girls really want because I was confused, right? Because the girls really want a girls' elimination. The guys really want a guys' elimination, but the guys are telling the girls that they want a girls' elimination. So I was just like all lost in the sauce as to like what the actual plan was going to be. And we get to the arena. Bum, 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 bum. And we get a Tyreek, not even a JT. We got a Tyreek. Salam alaikum, my good brother. Like I felt like, okay, look at TJ, like look at Tyreek. I was like, okay, Tyreek. I feel like Tyreek could be like from the northeast section of Philadelphia.
Selling newspapers on the corner
Or
and
a
bean
bean
pie.
pie. He definitely could sell a bean pie or some oils. No, Tariq definitely sell the oils. Okay, he definitely sell the oils for $5. And we get Corey and Michaela. They are safe from the elimination.
Mm-hmm.
Just anytime we can highlight Corey, and uh, we get to see the Hopper votes. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Tori gets 3, Chanel gets 1, and Chris gets them all. And
Uh-huh.
immediately, Desi is like, why only 3 votes to Tori? Where's the 4th one? And immediately they connect the dots that it is Michelle.
And
Uh,
yeah.
they start looking around. And then we learned that it is going to be Chris and Tyler. And I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. This is like a challenge, in my opinion, that is like built for Tyler. And
Yeah.
we've seen Tyler kill these like challenges that don't necessarily look the physically that with him and Monty, that challenge was kind of sort of crazy to me. And so we know that it's barrel of tags. They have to each start on different sides of the spectrum, and they have 2 barrels that they can use to stand on top of. They can get to a platform, and there are other barrels that they can use. And one person is it, and the other person has to try to tag them. The other person, and then they'll time it. After that, then they switch roles. Um, so when Tyler went, I'm like, okay, Tyler is pretty quick. And Chris was like, I'ma try to get to the barrels and I'ma just throw them at him. I
I
was
thought that was
like,
a good strategy. I thought that was a good strategy.
I thought it was a good strategy, but I was like, you're not throwing the barrels at him though. Like he was throwing it in his way. I need for you to take him out.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna actually like throw it at this man.
Right. Or I thought it's like just actually pick the barrel up and when he tries to touch you, boom.
That's another good
Uh
idea.
So it seemed like Tyler had moved pretty quickly to tag Chris, and then it was Chris' turn.
Mm-hmm.
And baby, I
Uh,
was eating a little piece of pizza when this was on, but all I heard was they was like, what the hell is Chris play no games? My man said, Chris said, we ain't playing tag no more. We playing barrel race.
okay. Okay. All right, Bryce. We got it.
I
Mm.
was like, well, damn, Chris ain't playing. Chris was thinking about Kate, Margot, and me in that moment. I know it. Cause there's no way you doing He was going in.
Those noises, yeah. And I know you like that, but I kind of like that because it's like intimidating.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, Brice. No giggles. Okay. So
I was like, oh my God.
okay. So Chris is very fast and he gets the job done. TJ goes to announce the time.
Chris was done. Okay. All that. Yeah. Put your behind right out. Okay. You need a nebulizer after that.
Yes.
And for me, it was like another great editing episode because you could tell when Tyler got down and was giving him a handshake, that was like you did a good job. You played a good game handshake, okay? Hey.
Mm-hmm.
TJ got to read in the Times. And
Chris was faster.
Chris
like
was
20
faster
seconds.
by 20 seconds. And yeah, like for me at this point, it's very clear Chris is somebody that the fellas are going to have to see, right? And at this point, if I'm Chris, if I don't win these individual challenges, it's just like, saddle up, big boy. Like, just like, like you have to go in. Like at this point, it's like you have to gotta fight your way to the end. And in my opinion, that's even more impressive. And so, like, again, congratulations to Chris.
Big congrats, Chris, man. You're a beast. You're a beast. Good luck. Yeah, if you don't win, you're going in.
Right. And so it's like at that point, I really think he needs to change his mindset from getting so upset to them always putting him in and just get to the place where it's like, I'm going in. Right. Like
this time. I think he's there.
I mean, I think he was pissed off at the oil competition when they were ganging up on him. Ooh.
Yeah, he knew what time it was.
I just had a flashback of the oil contest. I'm sorry.
Right. Brice, okay, it's been a great episode. It's been a great episode, Brice.
Listen, this has been your challenge breakdown. We will be back next week covering episode 12. And again, this was an episode of the episodes, and
get him off of our screen, Brice Isaiah.
We can't. Shout out to Corey, the Purple Pants Posse, getting them comments and let Corey know we team Corey out here.
It's the challenge breakdown. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge breakdown. It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge breakdown. It's Brice and Wendell with the challenge breakdown.